Hey, do you have no friends? Are you tired of all your games going like this? Do all your teammates go down instantly? Well, then I'm certain you found the right channel, as I've had my fair share of bad teammates, and I'm here to help you navigate the pains of solo queue survivor. Now, I know it might seem like there's no hope, that solo queue will forever be an abyss of disappointment and depression, that all the randos are trash, but I can assure you, there is fun to be had in solo queue, and I'm going to help you find it. Unfortunately, I can't help you get better teammates, but I can help you become a better survivor yourself. Now you might be thinking, but Smackies, aren't you a Huntress main? Yes. Yes, I am. But I also play a ton of Survivor, and playing both sides will make you a better killer and survivor. So, here's everything you need to know. Okay, 8 things you need to know to help you become a better survivor. Number 1, perks don't matter. Seriously, they don't, but they definitely do help. My advice to anyone learning the game is to not sweat your build and focus on the mechanics of the game. By this I mean, stop worrying about should I run dead hard or sprint burst, and focus on improving your ability to loop. When you understand the tiles and learn how to run them properly, what perks you are running will hardly make much of a difference. And let's be honest, when does dead hard actually fucking work? Number 2, stop dropping all the goddamn pallets. The resources on each map are finite. If you drop every single pallet, by the time it's endgame or your teammates are in chase, they'll have nothing left. You've got to learn when to take a hit and save a pallet. A good survivor can waste a lot of a killer's time with just one pallet, and if you take a hit and save the pallet, you're free to loop it again. A lot of killers will actually go out of their way to avoid pallet stuns. If you notice that the killer you're against has a habit of doing this, you can use this to your advantage. Teaching yourself when to drop pallets will help you extend chases and conserve resources. Just don't get greedy. And remember, there are other survivors on your team. Number 3, make sure you have an exit plan. By this I mean, determine where you're going to run before you even head there. Look around to see what tiles are nearby and keep an eye out for the killer. You should have multiple escape paths in your head depending on which direction the killer approaches you from. Be wary of dead zones and drop pallets from your teammates. Adapt to what the killer is doing. Number 4, understand how to position yourself and make use of your camera. This is one of the most important skills to perfect in DBD, as it is one of the most advantageous. Killers have first-person point of views, while survivors are in third person. This means you can see the killer even if they can't see you. Proper use of your camera placement is critical in improving your chases, as you can see where the killer is and determine where you should go next. You can use this to predict what you think the killer is going to do, and ultimately allow you to counter it with a mind game or fake of your own. And to me, this is what makes DBD so exciting. Number 5, don't just repair every gen you see. Use your brain a bit. If you did a generator right next to the generator just repaired, odds are you're setting yourself up for a 3-gen. I recommend repairing any center generators first and spreading out. This will make it harder for the killer to keep pressure. Now obviously, if you all spawn in together on a generator, you should work on it, as this game is all about time and being efficient. Number 6, try to identify the killer as soon as possible. Look for clues like traps or jigsaw boxes. Pay attention to their terror radius. Identifying the killer early on can help you determine how to play the match. Each killer has a unique ability and counter. Identifying the killer early on will let you know if you have to be extra attentive, such as dealing with stealth killers like Ghostface or Myers. And the same goes with high mobility killers like Blight or Hillbilly. Some killers might require you to drop pallets early, like Deathslinger or Oni, and just being aware can help you figure out what you're going to do. Number 7, be altruistic. Don't be afraid of taking a hit for an injured teammate. If you're fully healthy and they're about to go down, be a homie and take a hit. But there's a time and place for protection hits. Don't do it at 5 gens when the killer hasn't hooked anyone, as you're more than likely giving them more pressure than they already had. Use your brain. If someone's death hook and you haven't been hooked yet, consider going down for them. Remember, the survivors with you aren't your enemies. They're your teammates. Not everyone will be a team player, but you should at least try, as there are 4 survivors and only 1 killer. Besides, I think this makes the game a lot more enjoyable and fun to play. Number 8. Stop caring about escaping. I know this is easier said than done, and almost counterintuitive to the purpose of this video. But at the end of the day, whether you escaped or not doesn't mean much if you had a good chase, died for the team, and had fun. Sometimes, you'll even get more points on death than the people who escape on your team. Just know you did well, and there'll be more games to be had. Now, I'm sure not everyone will agree with my advice, but for the most part, it all just boils down to time put in the game and learning from your mistakes. Learn the tiles, learn positioning, understand killer mind games, and read their movements. Don't rely on your perks to win the game for you. That's the fun of DBD. You don't always have to have a meta build to escape. Your survival really depends on your ability to loot, how well your teammates play, are they even doing gens, who knows, and if the killer wants to be a jerk. Shout out to the Wraith that slugged and bled out my entire team last week. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out my Twitch, I have a link below. You will mostly find me playing Huntress there, but I do play Survivor. Hopefully you've learned some things or taken something from this video. I wish you the best of luck in the fog, but remember, to somebody else, you are the random.